Hello, I'm Blue.
And I'm Mihal.
And welcome to Irish Theatre This Week. We're broadcasting live from the theatremaker.ie studio at Axis Ballymun. Tonight we will bring you the latest in Irish theatre, arts and international news, as well as opportunities, government updates and news from around the world. This is Irish Theatre This Week on Monday, the 19th of July, 2021. For this busy week, so let's jump right in with the breaking stories. Boris Johnson and Rishi Sunak have both been advised to self-isolate over the weekend after being exposed to a person with COVID-19. This news is coming on the eve of Freedom Day in the UK, where all restrictions are to be dropped. Cases are rising to more than 50,000 a day, with hundreds of thousands being asked to self-isolate after coming into close contact with a sufferer of the illness. The pair announced they would trial a plan that would allow them to continue working despite being asked to self-isolate. This had come under huge criticism in the UK, with Sunak and Johnson deciding on a U-turn and will continue working remotely for the safety of others. Many across Europe remain baffled by Johnson's decision to open up society today, especially as numbers may reach levels only seen before at the dawn of the virus's spread across Europe. The death toll from flooding in Germany and Belgium climbed over 180 on Sunday after rescue workers dug deeper into debris left by receding waters, and the death toll is expected to rise further. Rescue crews have been racing to find survivors of floods that have wreaked havoc across Western Europe. German Chancellor Angela Merkel described the flooding that has devastated parts of Europe as terrifying on Sunday and described swift financial aid to the affected areas. Many people are still missing after record rainfall triggered severe floods in Germany and Belgium, offering another clear insight to the devastating effects of climate change. Merkel has stated, "We have to hurry, we have to get faster in the fight against climate change," as countries across the developed world look to reverse what is happening with devastating regularity. While Germany and Belgium saw increased rainfall, Ireland basked in some of the highest Irish temperatures in recorded history. Both shouldn't be ignored as signs of the same climate change. Sticking with the climate, the hot weather is set to continue this week, with temperatures reaching 29 degrees Celsius again today. NPHET has high temperature advisory in place until midday on Friday, as it says temperatures will continue to remain in the high 20s until then. According to the Met Office, over the past weekend, a location in Northern Ireland has reached the highest temperature ever recorded there on what has become the hottest day of the year overall on the island of Ireland. The Department of Agriculture has issued a condition orange fire danger notice, meaning there is a high risk of dry materials such as grass, heather and gorse igniting. And although NPHET are still unsure, by the weekend more showers will be expected across the country. Temperatures are still likely to be in the low 20s in many parts of the country this weekend. An investigation into threatening and menacing phone calls to the personal numbers of Chief Medical Officer Dr. Tony Holohan and his deputy Dr. Glynn is currently underway. The calls, suspected to be coming from the far-right activists, were reported on over the weekend and have received widespread condemnation. Threats towards officials involved in the response to COVID-19 have been relatively common in some online communities over the past year, but Gardaí have noticed an uptick in recent weeks. The threats are reported to be more intense and less subtle in a targeted attack coming from online far-right actors. These threatening campaigns are common in far-right activism, but combined with protests over the introduction of vaccine passports last week, the temperature is rising from these communities.
The past few days saw COVID infection numbers reach past 3,000 for the whole weekend, with 20 persons in intensive care and 101 in hospital today. The 14-day incidence rate has now risen to more than 180 per 100,000 cases, while the 5-day average of over 800 cases per day is the highest since mid-February. Dr. Glynn is urging unvaccinated people to remain careful in indoor settings.
After another week of very high case numbers, I thought it might be useful to update people on where we are with the disease. Unfortunately, our incidence has now risen to over 180 per 100,000 cases, and we're reporting 5-day average of cases of over 800 cases per day, and that's the highest it's been since the middle of February. We're seeing particularly high incidence in people aged 16 to 30 years old. And unfortunately now, over the past few days, we've begun to see these high cases translate into increasing numbers in hospital and in our intensive care units. And I know that people have taken great hope from the fact that our vaccination programme is rolling out really quickly, and it's great that 60% of our adult population are now fully vaccinated. But unfortunately, despite that, at the moment we still have over 2.5 million adults and children in this country who are not fully protected, or who are not adequately protected through vaccination. And that's a really big reservoir of people who are still vulnerable to this disease over the weeks to come. So with that in mind, a key message over the coming days is for people who are not vaccinated to really be careful about indoor settings. If at all possible, meet up outdoors. Make use of the good weather that we have at the moment. Do not meet up with other people indoors if you can avoid it at all. And if you are meeting with others indoors, make sure that those areas are well ventilated, that windows are open. And a key message for anyone is that if you have any symptoms at all of a cold or flu, including symptoms like a headache, sore throat, or if you have a runny nose, blocked sinuses, please come forward and get a test. You can book a test online, you can come to one of our walk-in centres, or you can contact your GP. But isolate and get a test, and don't meet up with your friends, don't go to work, and don't meet up with family members if you have any of those symptoms. And our last key message is that for anyone who isn't yet fully vaccinated, to come forward and get your vaccine when you get that opportunity. And remember that even after you're vaccinated, it takes a while for the protection to build up in your body. That's 2 weeks after a Janssen vaccine, 1 week after a second dose of Pfizer vaccine, and 2 weeks after a second dose of Moderna or AstraZeneca. So please be very careful that you don't drop your guard just because you've had a vaccination. Thank you.
With the vaccine reservation portal finally open to those below 30 since Friday, there's continued faith that the vaccines are doing their job. HSC Chief Paul Reid has called the road ahead a bumpy journey, but the combination of vaccines available from pharmacies and through the HSC portal is a cause for optimism. From today, Ireland joins the rest of the EU in implementing Digital Covid Certificate. In the Digital Covid Certificate, airlines, airports and the tourism industry will be preparing for an uptick in business as travel restrictions are eased, a huge moment in the transition out of COVID. The Irish Aviation Authority has hailed today as a day of hope, with their head of corporate affairs, Paul Brandon, hoping now the industry can start to rebuild. Some 22,000 are expected to pass through Dublin Airport on Monday, a 50% climb on the same day last week, and more than 130 flights are scheduled to land at Dublin Airport today. Amid the Delta variant spreading around Europe, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Tony Holohan has said NPHET are not discouraging people who are fully vaccinated from travelling abroad. Speaking at last week's NPHET briefing, he has advised those still waiting for their vaccines to hold off on international travel.
Compulsory purchase orders, or CPOs, are to be carried out to allow the Abbey Theatre to expand. Dublin City Council has lodged planning applications to purchase several buildings on Eden Quay using CPOs. A CPO is a legal function that allows statutory bodies to take possession of land or property without the agreement of the owner. Those occupying the buildings will be compensated. Once this is agreed between both parties, the council is free to take possession of the buildings. The buildings in question are 18 to 21 Eden Quay, 24 to 26 Abbey Street Lower, and 7, 8 and 20 Old Abbey Street. These include businesses and some residential buildings. The Abbey is the leaseholder for the Abbey Street buildings. The applications were made on the 8th of July, with the case due to be decided by the 13th of December. Next month, the Abbey and company SJ have a show on Inisheer. Leighantha Sunna, Beckett's Happy Days will be performed outdoors and in Irish. Titled Live and Outdoors on Inisheer, the show has already sold out half of its shows. Running from Monday, the 30th of August until Sunday, the 5th of September, there will be only one show per day during this week-long run. This show is part of the Galway International Arts Festival programme. Next, in the Irish Theatre Institute's Accelerate programmes, next session is on digital production planning. This session offers an overview of the digital and multimedia platforms as well as the technical team and equipment needed to deliver digital work. Attendees will get to explore the opportunities and challenges of creating work for online presentation from rehearsal and making right through to audience experience. Led by John Gunning, this 90-minute session will take place online at 11 a.m. this Friday, the 23rd of July. ITI's Accelerate programme comprises information sessions, workshops, masterclasses, mentoring and training. It is aimed at addressing issues encountered by independent theatre artists and workers and offering professional development opportunities.
If you find value in Stage Door Live, please help us grow by letting your friends and followers know. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that follow button and give us a like. Take a moment to share this live feed with your friends and followers right now. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel and click that bell to keep updated on our new and exclusive YouTube content. Your support helps us continue these important conversations about Irish theatre now and into the future.
Since the closing of the West End's The Prince of Egypt, further cancellations have occurred. Hairspray, West End magic show Wonderville and the play Bach and Sons at the Bridge Theatre have been required to shut down due to confirmed cases. Andrew Lloyd Webber's West End Cinderella has also been cancelled. Both shows were cancelled last Saturday as a precaution after one cast member tested positive. They say nobody else from the cast tested positive, originally planning to simply postpone until Monday. However, they announced a few hours ago that the opening could not go ahead. The National Theatre in London is planning to return to full capacity on the 26th of July, while the Liverpool Royal Court is staying socially distanced until October. Chichester Festival Theatre is offering both socially distanced performances staged for those with concerns once a week this month and next month. Julian Bird, Chief Executive of the Society of London Theatres and the UK Theatre, has also noted the lack of cancellation insurance, which is impeding many theatres. Ian McKellen's Hamlet opens today without Stephen Berkoff and Emanuela Cole. An age and gender blind production of Hamlet stars Ian McKellen as Hamlet, 50 years after last playing the role. Stephen Berkoff, who was to play Polonius, and Emanuela Cole, who was to play Polonius' son Laertes, will not be part of the production. Disagreements and schedule clashes are being cited for reasons for both actors leaving their roles. Tickets for the show have been socially distanced until today, but following the government's announcement regarding the easing of social distancing measures, the Theatre Royal Windsor is expecting full house audiences from today. The show runs until the 25th of September. The Theatre Royal Windsor is also currently selling tickets for the Cherry Orchard. The Cherry Orchard will run for 6 weeks from the start of October. Both shows are directed by Sean Matthias. Hit musical Mamma Mia premiered in cinemas across the US 13 years ago. The theatre production will also be returning to stage in West End Theatre, the Novello. It will premiere on the 25th of August and run through until 2022. Tickets are currently available through Ticketmaster.
This weekend marks the first ever online European Juggling Convention. The European Juggling Convention, or EJC, will mark its 43rd event this year. It was to be held in Hanko, Finland last year. The event was postponed until 2021 and subsequently moved online. The EJC has been taking place in different cities throughout Europe since 1978. 2020 was the first year in the history of the event that the EJC did not take place. It's hoped that the event will go ahead in person next year in Madrid, Spain. This weekend, the jugglers and circus enthusiasts of Europe will enjoy online shows and workshops. There will also be a vote to decide whether the convention will take place in Ireland or France in 2023. The event is free and registration is still open. At the Manor is continuing on until the end of August. At the Manor is a new summer series with live music, food, arts and comedy, running throughout July and August. Hosted at our outdoor theatre in Palmerstown House Estate, Johnstown, County Kildare. You can book 4- and 6-person picnic tables available for each show. Events are taking place weekends throughout July and August with matinee and evening sessions, 12 to 5 p.m. and 6 to 11 p.m. respectively. Events include prom at the Manor and comedy at the Manor. The body horror thriller Titane won the top award of the 2021 Cannes Film Festival. Director Julia Ducournau is the second woman to receive the Palme d'Or and the first one to win it alone. Spike Lee, the jury president this year, revealed the win in error at the beginning of Saturday's ceremony. Titane has been described as one of the most shocking ever shown at the festival. It tells the story of a young female killer who has sex with cars after surviving a childhood crash. Cannes was the first full-scale film festival to take place since the start of the pandemic. A number of safety procedures were in place to make this festival possible, including frequent COVID saliva tests for attendees and wearing masks during the screenings. The second most prestigious award of the festival, the Grand Prix, was a tie between Oscar-winning Iranian director Asghar Farhadi's film A Hero and Compartment Number 6, directed by Juho Kuosmanen. Leos Carax was named Best Director for the musical Annette, which stars Adam Driver and Marion Cotillard. Norwegian actress Renate Reinsve won Best Actress for her part in the dark romantic comedy drama film The Worst Person in the World, while American actor Caleb Landry Jones won Best Actor for his role in the film Nitram. Bealtaine Festival is seeking a performing arts programmer to work with the Bealtaine Festival team between autumn 2021 till May 2024. The application deadline is Friday, July 30th at noon. According to the Bealtaine Festival website, the performing arts performer will continue to the festival that is curated and run through age and opportunity and aims to address and target particular policy issues such as those outlined in the full document, areas of work which may not otherwise be addressed. Dublin City Council ran an arts competition for children of primary school age as part of the consultation process for Finglas' new library. 281 children sent their suggestions, from hammocks and chocolate fountains to quirky furniture and interesting colour choices. According to the Dublin City Council announcement, there was a huge level of awareness around inclusivity and access for everyone. Many of the entries had quiet areas for children who may struggle with bright lights or noisy surroundings. Others suggested special facilities for people with visual impairment and ramps for wheelchair users. Children's author and illustrator Alan Nolan examined each entry in great detail before picking 8 winners in total. The winning artwork is currently on display in Finglas Library. It remains to be seen whether the new library will indeed have a chocolate fountain, but we might not have to wait too long, as according to the Dublin City Council blog post, the transfer to the new library would be in 2022. The Festival of Curiosity is Dublin's annual festival of science, arts, design and technology. From playful days to curious nights, the 2021 festival will go ahead from the 22nd until the 25th of July. Expect digital, virtual and blended formats for people of all ages to explore and discover science, arts, design and technology in playful new ways so we can stay safe while staying curious.
First on our list of opportunities is Arts Council funding. We mentioned the Emergency Stabilisation Fund and Festival Investment Scheme the last few weeks and want you to know they are both closing on Thursday. So now is the time to polish off those applications and get them in. Currently open is also the Capacity Building Support Scheme and Artists in the Community Scheme Bursary Award, which will remain open until mid-August. Tomorrow we'll see a long list of awards for applications across all disciplines. Many project awards will open for including architecture, circus, dance, street arts and spectacle, film, literature and music. In the theatre category, strategic funding and the Theatre Project Award will be opening. The Theatre Project Award supports specific projects in the field of theatre commencing on or after the 1st of January 2022. The Strategic Funding Award's purpose is to invest in and support the essential infrastructure required to sustain and develop the arts in Ireland. The Theatre Project Award applications will be open for 1 month and strategic funding for 2. For information on all these awards and more, check out the Arts Council's website. The Irish Theatre Institute is currently taking applications for an 8-week writing workshop with playwright and director Javier Bealtaine. Applications are welcome from playwrights and theatre makers. The workshop will take place over Zoom on Wednesday afternoons from the 28th of July until the 15th of September 2021. Over 8 sessions, participants will engage in Javier's dramaturgical methodology, including weekly readings of everyone's work and feedback discussions as a group. Working towards each draft of a brand new play, each session is 3 hours long. Applications should be sent by email to Lee Hussey, Programme Coordinator at lhussey@irishtheatreinstitute.ie by Thursday the 22nd of July at 5 p.m. Applications will be acknowledged by email. If you apply and do not receive an email, please get in contact and ensure that your application has been received.
If you find value in Stage Door Live, please help us grow by letting your friends and followers know. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that follow button and give us a like. Take a moment to share this live feed with your friends and followers right now. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and click that bell to keep updated on our new and exclusive YouTube content. Creating live content is a costly endeavour. If you'd like to help us keep the conversations going, please hop on over to our Patreon page, where you can become a patron and gain access to exclusive patron-only content. patreon.com/theatremakerie. You can find us on most social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube at theatremakerie. And catch additional news, blogs and sector coverage on our website, theatremaker.ie. Watch this space. There's more exciting content on the way from theatremaker.ie.
Now for the events happening this week. Windows 21, a glancing look at young lives fighting for breath in the face of a global crisis, premieres on the Abbey Theatre's YouTube channel tomorrow, the 20th of July at 7:30 p.m. Having worked together for a decade, this year's collaboration between Fighting Words and the Abbey will showcase the works of 8 young writers aged 15 to 18, professionally directed and performed on the Abbey stage. More information can be found on the Abbey Theatre's website. Druid Theatre's Cool Park Poetry Series 2021, celebrating some of the greatest poets of the past century, is now available to watch both online via Druid's YouTube channel and in person at the Mick Lally Theatre from this Wednesday, the 21st, until Sunday, the 25th of July from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. For more information, go to druid.ie. After an understandably challenging year for travelling festivals, the West Cork Fit Up Festival is set to begin tomorrow, running through until the 1st of August. For the first time, the festival performances will be live streamed on the 24th and 31st and will all take place at one location. Let's hear from Artistic Director Geoff Gold on what audiences can expect from the festival this year.
Welcome to the 2021 West Cork Fit Up Festival. This has been the most challenging year we've ever managed to put a festival together in the 12 years that I've been running the Fit Up Festival. Obviously, we cannot do our shows indoors because we wouldn't have enough for an audience. Instead, we have hired this wonderful tent to put this event in the heart of the community in our centre. From the 20th of July to the 2nd of August, we will be bringing you 9 shows. 3 weekend days, and all those shows are like a mini Edinburgh for the wonderful Ballydehob, which is home of the Fit Up Festival. We would ask you, however, to remember the following. You cannot walk up. We need you to book your ticket, give your number. You don't need to pay. There will be no Visa cards online, so bring the exact money you need for your tickets, because we will not be giving you change. Is that okay? We're really looking forward to it. It's very exciting for us, for people who have been able to work for nearly 16 months, and we hope you will support us in every way. My sincere apologies to Timaleague, Glengarriff and the islands, the wonderful islands we go out to, but we just could not afford to carry this tent around to all those islands. So please God, we will be back to you next year with the usual Fit Up Festival. But in the meantime, from the 20th of July to the 2nd of August, you will see 9 wonderful shows. Seamus O'Rourke, Andreas de Stack, Ty Hickey, Sandra J. Scott. You will also see Irene Kelleher, Timmy O'Mahony, Ty Sullivan. They will be bringing you a host of wonderful shows, 9 plays, 2 world premieres. Come and see it and enjoy it, but adhere to COVID. Just book through James, the only way, 10 to 5 every day. Thank you so much.
More information and tickets can be found at fit-uptheatrefestival.com. And we would like to wish a very happy opening night to the cast and crew of Waiting for Poirot, a new site-responsive production from Limerick playwright Mike Finn. An honest arts production in association with Lime Tree Theatre Belltable, audiences will experience a fast-paced, laugh out loud, gripping, awe-inspiring, cliché-ridden, high-octane romp. Running from tonight, the 19th of July, through the 1st of August. Tickets are still available, but look to be selling fast. More information can be found at limetreetheatre.ie. There's a new Irish musical drama premiering this Friday and Saturday, the 23rd and 24th of July, at Regis, the Regis Centre Alexandra Theatre in Bognor Regis, England. Fat Dean Productions presents Vengeance, the Demise of Oscar Wilde, with music and lyrics by Danielle Morgan and John Merrigan, and book by John Merrigan. Vengeance is a fresh narrative that tells his story through the eyes of Wilde's lifelong friend, Robbie Ross, as participant and narrator, with all original orchestrated music, songs and stage performance.
Chosen me to topple his crown, and I'm a fool, and I'm to blame. Yes, it was I that won Queensbury's case. A shame upon me that time can't erase. Yes, I'm a fool, but I'm not cruel. Damn the man! Damn him twice! Damn the man! It's his life! Damn the man! Damn him twice! Damn the man! It's his own life!
Faithful to the true characters and real events that took place, it's a moving, insightful and compelling drama. Make sure to follow the show on social media at Vengeance Tour to keep updated. For our viewers close to Bognor Regis, we'll post a ticket link in the comments and show description. That's it for Irish Theatre this week. Thank you for joining us. Our programming is made possible by the support of Dublin City Council and Access Ballymun.
Theatre Maker is here to support you and your projects. Don't forget to send in your press releases and show announcement to news@theatremaker.ie for consideration to be published on our website and our online programming. Don't forget to check out Stage Door live Wednesday week at 7 p.m. Join us again next week for another episode of Irish Theatre This Week. And stay up to date on the latest in arts, news and our social media and website, theatremaker.ie. I'm Michal.
And I'm Blue.
And this was
Irish Theatre This Week.